the light sources we employ in our soft proofing, our P2, practical appraisal of the match between a derivative, a print, a book reproduction, Fogra 39, what have you, and the hardware calibration of our screen. So here I've assembled 3 proofing lights. And a 4th light, which you can't see in the picture, but is illuminating these proofing lights currently turned off. And that is our overhead GTI graphic light 100 5000 degree correlated color temperature fluorescent tubes. First of all, the BenQ monitor light bar on this broadcasting workstation with the GTI fluoros turned off. And even though it's a 40 centimetre LED strip at 60 centimetres from my neutral grey bench, you can see there's fall off and non-uniformity, but it's inexpensive and designed to go on top of a monitor, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. We've used that as a fill light for our overhead camera during these workshops and tutorials. So what about our Philips V70 proofing lamp? It's a much smaller light source, and I've tilted it up so you can see the differences. But nevertheless, at the same 60 centimetre distance, roughly 24 inches, we can see the different light distribution. And then we turn on the UG Color Master task lamp at a distance of 1.2 metres, 4 feet or thereabouts. Look at how clean this is. This 60 centimetre long strip, which is fully tunable with standard D50, D65, ISO 3664 compliant standard illuminate LEDs, they're as good as anything we've ever found. And these are all at their maximum brightness. So I'm measuring this at 1.2 metres. I'm measuring the BenQ at 0.6 of a metre. I'm measuring the Philips V70 proofing lamp at a distance of 0.6 of a metre. This can just about cover a 1.5 by 2 metre viewing area with a single lamp. It's not configured that way here. I've just bolted it onto the end of my bench for this demonstration. The Felix is always there, and the BenQ is always there for the tutorials for when we need to do those advanced print-to-screen matching demonstrations. Let's now look at the colorimetric data, because these 4 different proofing light sources, all claiming to various degrees to be standard illuminants or heading in that direction. Let's see what our Zirconic Color Master meter measures. This is the GTI, 5000 degrees correlated color temperature. 2 4-foot tubes are at 3 metres and another 2 at 3.5 metres from my bench where I measure them. And at that distance, they're producing about 130 lux, nowhere near that 400 to 500 lux for the P2 viewing conditions, but they're just general room lighting, even though, look at the RA value, 95.3. These are really good light sources. Look at the UV radiation, GTI, and the just normalic tubes. They're exceptional. Let's look at the BenQ. We asked for 5,000. It's in the ballpark. We're easily obtaining that 400 to 500 lux. And with good reproduction quality, but it doesn't include UV radiation in the 365 nanometer region. So if we're proofing an image on an optically brightened fluorescing enhanced paper, and trying to match that under this proofing light to our screen, that fluorescence will not be excited, and therefore the match under those viewing conditions will be much easier to obtain. What about the Felix V70 lamp? With a correlated color temperature, once again, really close to what we're asking for in the ISO 12646 monitor calibration for proofing standard, but at 60 centimeters. Look at this extremely bright output, which means I could raise it higher than the 60 centimeters it's currently at, or turn the rheostat down to a lower color temperature, which is still consistent in its color rendering indexes and color temperature. This is LED technology. We can then move this light source higher to cover larger areas. So really powerful proofing lamp. And our Color Master proofing light from UG at 1.2 meters, we're pushing 800 lux. And look at the color rendering index. Look at the RA value. Stunning lamps without UV inclusion. And that's what our research has led us to over many years. We work with OBA-free media, And it's not like we don't have these paper partners. Beautiful, smooth surfaced, slightly warm white, slightly cool white. Conclusion of ours from years of research, experimentation, trying to interpret all of this based on all of these metrics.